Take your time and then find a comfortable seated position. Good morning, Malti. So we'll start sitting tall as we normally do in this Tuesday class, closing the eyes, allowing the awareness to arrive here in this moment. Tone the lower abdominals in and get even taller through crown lengthening skyward. Shoulders soften away from ears. The back of head lines up at the back of pelvis. The facial expression is neutral. And we begin to tune into the breath, watching air coming in and out of the nose without needing to control the rhythm. Just witnessing the flow of air entering through the nose, filling up your lungs, expanding through the rib cage. And then contracting low belly just slightly as you exhale. All that air will go out to be recycled. And when you inhale again, more vitality, more prana enters your system. Continue to observe as we bring attention to Manipura Chakra, the third chakra. It is located in the pelvic floor area, just above the navel, below the rib cage. And this chakra, sometimes called the solar chakra, relates to our inner light, to our ego identity. Remembering that ego is neither good or bad, it just is, and it defines who we are in this world. Otherwise, we will be just pure consciousness. So important to have a healthy ego. And when we do have a healthy relationship with the ego, we know who we are. We know ourselves well enough to know what our best abilities are. And knowing that, we can make a really wonderful contribution to the world we live in. We're all unique individuals. We all have amazing gifts to share. So we'll work with the fire element of the third chakra. We'll work with the transformational power of fire. Nothing that goes through fire remains unchanged, right? Fire transforms, fire purifies, fire detoxifies. So we'll work with that. And with a strong fire, with a healthy fire in our system, we feel empowered. We feel confident in our abilities. We feel able to take action and to manifest the life that we want. So it's a good time to perhaps bring to mind the things that you're ready to let go of, and to envision the light that you want to live, because it's all possible. And the power of the third chakra reminds you that that power is already there within you to manifest the life that you want. To start working with that inner fire, we'll practice a pranayama that concentrates on the forceful exhalations. You don't have to do it too fast. You can do it at your own pace. And remaining very tall, try to not tense up your shoulders, not crunch up your face. It's all in the abdominal area. You're going to exhale forcefully and let the inhalation happen naturally. This is called the breath of fire. Do it as quickly as you can without overdoing. So we can begin by taking a deep inhalation together, and then begin. So you're contracting the abdominal muscles to forcefully expel the air. Finish this exhalation and then take a deep breath in. And exhale completely, all the air out slowly. Once again, you're going to inhale to a comfortable level and do the same, forceful exhales, contracting the belly. Finish the exhalation and take a full breath in to a comfortable level. Notice the fire that you're stoking within. And exhale completely, all the air out. We're going to do one more round. Inhale to a comfortable level. And pump. Exhale and inhale to a comfortable place. Contract the low belly to exhale fully, all the air out. Next time you inhale, circle your arms, lift them up overhead. Interlace your fingers, press your palms skyward. Take another breath here, extending the arms by the head, contain the low ribs. Exhale, bend your elbows sideways. Extend the arms up one more time, breathe in. Open your arms to exhale, interlacing hands behind the hips. Extend the arms back, lift chest. Keep your chin slightly into chest. Back of neck long. Facial expression is still neutral, that doesn't change. And once again, attention to Manipura Chakra, the third chakra, located just below the rib cage, above the navel, solar plexus area. As you release your hands now, bring them onto the floor by your hips, and inhale, lift your right arm up by your head. Walk your left fingers away as you exhale, bending over. Hold the back of your head, pointing that right elbow up. Keep your hips grounded and breathe into the right side of your rib cage. Take a moment here. Good morning, Diogo. Nice to see you here. Joanne, good morning. With the inhalation, come back to center, reach your right arm up, and take your hand back down on the exhalation. Left arm, breathe in, lift up. Walk your right fingers away as you breathe out, bending over to the other side, holding the back of your head so your neck muscles can relax a bit more. Breathing into the left side of your rib cage. And we'll return to center with the inhalation, reaching that left arm up. Barbara, good morning. Exhale, lower your hand down. Interlace your hands behind you once again with the opposite thumb on the outside. Extend the arms, lift your chest. Keep your chin slightly down. Tony in the lower abdominals. And now take your hands over to the right side of your waist, pointing your right elbow back. Take a breath in center. And lean your head over towards the left shoulder. Sometimes the breath of fire, that pranayama, it's quite forceful and it can cause some tension around the neck and shoulders. So I like to stretch the neck a little bit after doing it. Keep pointing your right elbow back and bring your chin slightly down towards your left collarbone. And then the chin towards the center of your chest. Bringing it up parallel to the floor, extend your arms back, take a breath in center, and bring your hands over to the left side of your waist now, point the elbow back, deep breath in. The head tilts over to the right. We keep the shoulder down, the left shoulder down. Gently, gently stretching the neck without forcing. The neck is super sensitive. We never force. We're not looking for a deep stretch or sensation. Just a nice release. Bring your chin towards the right collarbone. Keep lifting your chest. And then your chin towards the center of the chest. As you extend the arms back again, deep breath in. We'll now join the hands together in the front of your chest. Anjali Mudra. And here we'll create an intention for this practice. A personal intention. What do you need? What do you want to attract? The third chakra, as I mentioned before, relates to our healthy ego, our ability to know ourselves. So what do you want, honestly? What do you need right now? Create the intention to attract that. Then rub your palms against each other as if building some fire in your palms, fire of transformation, of manifestation. And then bring this heat to cup your eyes, clearing your vision, your ability to see truth, to see that anything is possible. Gently release the hands down the face. And let's transition into a child's pose. Come onto the hands and knees, sit back on your heels. The knees can be as wide as you like. And we'll take a few breaths here, anchoring, grounding. We'll honor the fire element in our body. Agni, digestive fire, the fire that helps us process life, helps us digest everything that we take in, including food, but also any information, any emotions, anything that we see, anything that we hear, any interactions. A strong digestive fire, Agni, helps us process it all. Extend the arms, lifting the elbows off the floor, spread the fingers wide. Glide forward onto your hands and knees, curl the toes, and lift the hips up and back into downward dog. You can bend one knee at a time, moving the hips side to side. So today our practice will be quite fluid. We'll be building some heat. We'll do that through movement and also through balancing poses, which require a lot of core strength and core engagement. Pause in center, tone in your lower abdominals. Inhale, glide forward into a plank pose, shoulders over wrists. Go back into downward dog, hips back. Forward again on the inhalation. Contain the lower abdominals. Go back into dog on the exhalation. Once more, inhale, gliding forward, plank. And downward dog on the exhalation. Come forward again, plank pose as you breathe in. This time lower your knees. Sit briefly into child's pose as you breathe out. Inhale, come forward onto your hands and knees. Move your chest past your fingers. Bend the elbows all the way down. Inhale, extend the arms or just lift a little bit into cobra. Upward dog if you can. Downward dog, exhale back. Inhale again, forward into plank. Knees to floor, sit back into child's pose as you exhale. Come forward onto your hands and knees, breathe in. Bend the elbows either halfway or go all the way down onto your belly. Lift your chest for upward dog or cobra. Your knees can lift off the floor if you like. Downward facing dog, exhale back. Now, Inhale into plank, holding plank, nice and strong. Press the inner heels back. Reach your chest forward, keep facing down, gazing at the floor so your neck is in line with the rest of your spine. Your hands are spread wide. In the two hands, you have 10 fingers, most of us do. And the 10, number 10 represents the 10 petals of this chakra. The representation of this chakra has 10 petals. Take one more breath here. Lower your knees to the floor. Bring your hands right underneath your shoulders, tabletop position. And on the inhale, extend your right leg back, reach your chest forward. Exhale, draw your knee to your nose. As you straighten the right leg back, don't lift it higher than your hip. Exhale, draw your knee to nose. Inhale, extend the leg so the fire is contained. As you exhale, draw it in. We're not opening the front of the body too much when we extend the leg just as high as the hip. Exhale, draw in. Feel the heat increasing in your system. Digestive fire, which is so important also to boost the immune system. Couple more. With the inhalation, we straighten the leg, we look ahead. With the exhalation, we squeeze everything in. Then lower your knee down and switch sides. Left leg extends back, look ahead. Exhale, bring your knee to nose, contract the belly. Inhale the left leg back, only as high as your hip. Exhale, draw it in. Inhale, open your chest. Exhale, draw it in. Keep going. Inhale, open. Exhale, squeeze in. Couple more. Inhale. Good. Exhale, bring it in. Last one. Inhale, leg back. Exhale, knee into nose. Lower your knee down. And now extend your right leg back in line with your hip. Toes are pointing down. Left arm forward by the head. Find balance. Your hips are equally high up. The left thumb can point up. In our hands, we have the representation of the 5 elements, and the thumb represents fire, fire thumb. So your left thumb is pointing up now, connecting to fire, toning the lower abdominals, press the inner right heel back, last breath. And lower down, hand and knee. Left leg extends back, same thing on the second side, right arm forward, thumb pointing up. Contain the lower abdominals and the lower ribs. Connecting to your core, your power center. It's amazing how empowered we feel when we do trust our core. So creating, establishing that awareness now of your core muscles, engaging. One more breath. And lower down, hand and knee. Now let's separate the knees a little wider than hips and come down onto your forearms. Extend the arms forward. Let your forehead rest on the floor. And then bend your elbows to 90 degrees. Bring your palms together and the tips of your fingers touch, separate the palms. You can adjust your elbows as far forward, as close together as you like to get a nice stretch for the triceps, keeping your hips right between your heels. When you back bend, notice that this is a back bend for your spine. When you do that, notice if the floating ribs tend to poke out and contain them. If we open the front of the body too much, we start to lose fire, lose power. So contain your fire. Take one more breath. And then bring your hands down by your head on the floor. Lift yourself up onto all fours and go back into a downward facing dog all the way. Walk your feet forward towards your hands. Stay upside down in a forward bend Uttanasana, feet parallel to each other, spread your toes wide. Bend the knees as much as you like. Now walk your hands to the right shin bone or ankle and breathe into the left side of your back. Relax your shoulders. Standing firmly in your own 2 feet, grounded. Walk your hands over to the left shin or ankle, space around the neck. So this chakra helps us build confidence, believe in ourselves when it's balanced, when our fire is healthily strong. Not too strong. Too strong, it gets out of control. It can lead to a sense of superiority. The healthy ego knows who it is in the world, understands its uniqueness, and how it is needed. We're all needed in this world. Come back to center. Bending the knees just slightly to roll up, coming into a standing position. Rotate the shoulders up, back and down. Good. So now before we begin Surya Namaskar, let's chant to the sun, to Surya. Bring your hands together. Close your eyes. And feel strong in your body. You can chant along or just hum or listen. Surya Namaskar, asking for the sun's illumination, its radiance, its power. As we receive this light, we see truth. We see clearly. We feel empowered. Inhale. Om Bhuvah Swaham Tatsavitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Peace Peace Peace. Beginning to salute the sun, circle wide. Inhale, big sun all around, reach up. Fold over your legs, exhale, bow. Look ahead as you inhale, halfway up. Hands to floor, step or hop back into plank, bend the elbows, lower halfway or all the way to the floor. Inhale, lift your chest into upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Our sun salutations will be unique, as everything that we do is. So honor your body, modify as needed. There's no rush. We're just moving to the breath. Inhale, lift your heels up high. Exhale, bend the knees, look ahead. Step or hop between the hands. Come to flat back, inhale. Fold over legs, exhale, bend the knees. Roll up the spine, circle around. Inhale, reach the arms up. Hands at heart, exhale, namaskar. Circle wide, inhale, the power of the sun. Exhale, bowing to Surya. Inhale, look ahead, long neck. Hands down, step or hop back with control, lower down, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, lift the heart, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. We won't hold long. We're building heat. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, bend knees, look forward, step or hop. Flat back, inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Folding down, Uttanasana, bend the knees. Roll the spine up, circle the arms, inhale, reach high. Exhale, hands at the heart. 2 more. Inhale, circle, we won't stop now. Each breath is a movement. Exhale, bow down. Looking forward, inhale, shoulders back, belly in. Hands to floor, exhale, step or hop back, bend the elbows lower. Inhale, open chest, long throat. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift up the heels, breathe in. Breathe out, bend the knees, look ahead, step or hop. Inhale to flat back. Fold down, exhale, bend the knees. Roll up the spine, circle around, inhale high. Exhale to heart. Last one. Circle, inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Folding over legs, Uttanasana. Ardha Uttanasana, look forward. Hands to floor, step or hop back. Chaturanga Dandasana, lower. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Lift up the heels as you breathe in. Breathe out, bend the knees, look forward, step or hop. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, flat back. Fold over legs, Uttanasana. Rolling up, circle around, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale to heart, Namaskar. From your chest now, reach up, tone in your belly, connect to your core. And then reach your chest forward, arms by the head, hinging at the hips, fold all the way down. Step your right foot back into a high runner's lunge and raise your arms up by the head. Find stability. Bend the back knee just a touch. More length in the low back, and then you can decide to extend the leg again if you wish. Open your arms nice and wide. And then reaching forward, right arm crosses over left for Ego Garuda. Palms touch. Lift the elbows as you breathe in. Soften the shoulders as you breathe out. Feel the heat in your system as you hold warrior lunge with ego arms. Breath easy, unchanged throughout the practice. Practicing tapas, discipline, the power of discipline which purifies. Take one more breath. Good, releasing the arms of ego, reach them up. And then forward to touch the floor as you exhale. Make a fist with the right hand, left hand to hip. Look over your shoulder for a twist, left arm up. Shoulder heads back. Lengthen through the left waist. Twists are very detoxifying as well. Great to activate the power in Manipura Chakra. Take one more breath, spread your fingers wide in the left hand. As you exhale, bring your left hand down. Step into a plank pose, breathe in. Bend the elbows to lower halfway or all the way down. Lift your chest, open heart, upward dog or cobra. Downward facing dog on the exhalation. So this is a strong, fiery practice that can also be modified, of course, like every practice. If you want to do a side plank on your forearms, you can do that. We're coming into plank pose. We're shifting the weight to the left hand, turning the body to the right. Your right foot is in front of the left. Reach your right arm up. Draw the shoulder heads back. Another option here, if this is too much, left knee can come to the floor. Tone in your belly, stay strong. If you want to increase the challenge, your right leg can float over your left. Flex your feet. Flex your feet, make your legs strong. Shoulders stay back. Take one more breath. And then lower your hand down. Go back into downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. And a slow breath out. Lift up your heels, inhale. Exhale, bend your knees, look ahead, step or hop. Flatten the back, inhale. Fold over legs, bend your knees a lot this time. Reach your arms by your head. Keep your hips low, Utkatasana, lift your chest. Arms stay by the head, palms facing each other. Contain the lower abdominals. Sink a little lower through your hips. And breathe here. Just one more breath. Extending the legs, lift the chest, open heart. Arms by the body into Tadasana Mountain, other side. Inhale, lift the arms. Reach forward and fall down with control as you exhale. Left foot back into lunge, arms by the head. Stabilize. The hip bones are pointing forward. We'll bend the back knee just a touch. Find more space in the low back and then decide if you want to re-straighten that leg. Open your arms wide. Reaching forward now, the left arm crosses on top. Bend the elbows, palms touch or shoulders touch. Lift the elbows a bit. Soften through the shoulders, maintaining the neck long. Let the breath be easy. Continuing to stoke our inner fire, fire of purification, detoxing, letting go of the things we no longer need to hold on to. From here, extend the arms by the head, reaching forward, touch the earth. A fist with the left hand is an option, right hand to hip, open chest, extending the arm up. Shoulder head back. So in this variation, keep your right knee over your ankle. If you want to walk your right foot to the side a bit, you can do that. The waist is long. One more breath. We'll take the hand down to the floor, step into plank, inhale. Lower halfway or all the way down. You can modify with your knees on the floor if needed. Inhale, lift your chest, upward dog or cobra, downward dog, exhale back. Preparing for plank on the other side. So inhale, come forward into a plank, and then shift the weight to the right hand as you turn your toes left and reach your left arm up. So the right hip is high up off the floor. It's away from your right armpit. Remember, you can place your right knee on the floor. For more challenge, your left leg floats over the right leg. Flex your feet. Tone in the belly. Suction cup the floor with your right hand. Keep flexing the feet, pressing through the inner heels. One last breath. Take your hand down, go back into downward dog. Inhale. And stay as you exhale. You're also strong. Feel your power. Inhale, come forward, plank. This time, lower your knees and sit into child's pose. Take a moment here. Feeling your breath, feeling your body, getting present with yourself. The yoga practice is about self-study, self-understanding. And through this practice, we realize that even though we are all the same in a way and part of the same thing, the same whole, we are also unique individuals having an experience in this world. So we honor those two aspects of the self. Knowing ourselves, we can live our best life. We can contribute to the world in the best possible way. Extending the arms by the head. Come forward onto your hands and knees and go back into downward dog. Inhale, lift up the heels. Exhale, bend the knees, look ahead. Step or hop between the hands, flat back, inhale. Fold over legs, bend the knees as you exhale. Keeping the knees bent, Utkatasana, reach your arms forward, lift the chest up. This is often translated as the fierce pose. So finding the fierceness in yourself. Bring your palms together for Kali Mudra. Interlace all your fingers but the index and thumbs, like you're holding a sword of Kali, a goddess that is a warrior, and she fights demons of illusions. Soften the shoulders, sink the hips a little further down. With the next inhalation, we extend the legs, lift the chest, and exhale, release the arms down by the body. Now, draw your right knee up into the chest, flex your foot, extending this right leg back into warrior 3. Arms can stay by the body, the hips equally high up off the floor. Toes are pointing down, right toes pointing down. You can keep reaching your arms back by the waist with a soft bend in the left knee to help you balance. If you want more challenge, your arms reach forward by your head, your shoulders stay back the whole time. We contain the lower ribs. Let's take one more breath in Virabhadrasana 3. We're moving into a lunge from here. Bend the standing leg, step the right foot back, and lift your arms by the head. Open into warrior two, arms wide. Right heel on the floor. Adjust left heel to right arc. Soften the shoulders. Turn your left palm up. Lift the left arm up by your head, right hand to the floor, to the leg. On the exhale, take your left forearm to your thigh, right arm overhead. Hold here. Your left forearm is light. You can lift it off your leg, not a problem. You're engaging your core and you're strong through the legs, anchored. Relax your shoulders. Feel the line of energy from your right foot up into your right hand, activating the energy that runs through the right side, which is mostly Surya energy. Our right side corresponds to our solar masculine energy, more active. One more breath. Wonderful. Let's come back up into warrior two. Look over the left hand. Stay as you exhale. Inhale, left arm up, right hand down. Both hands to the floor. As you step into plank, try keeping your left foot off the floor if you can. In a modified plank with the left foot up, reach your chest forward, bend the elbows, chaturanga. Inhale, both feet down. Lift up your chest. Downward dog. Exhale back. A full breath in, lift your hips, heels up. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward, step or hop. Flat back, breathe in. Fold down, bend the knees. Reach your arms by the head and come all the way up. Just passing through the fierce pose, opening the chest. Lower down the arms. Other side. I'll change sides, but you keep facing the same way. Bend your left knee, flex your foot. Connect to your core, and then reach your leg back, arms by the waist. Hips equally high. Activating through the heels. Maybe the arms by the head, reaching forward. Don't drop the right hip, keep the outer hip up. A soft bend in the standing leg will help you stay buoyant and more easily balanced. Take one more breath in Virabhadrasana 3. To come out, bend the standing leg, step your left foot back, reach your arms up by your head, and open into warrior two, Virabhadrasana 2. Gaze above the right hand. Shoulders on top of pelvis, external rotation in the right thigh. Feel your warrior strength to fight for what you want, to manifest in your life. You've got that power. Turn the right palm up. Lift that arm, left hand touches the back leg. And then we'll take the right forearm to thigh and extend the left arm by the head, Parshva Konasana. Send the outside of your right hip back to create more room in the right side of your waist so it's not jamming. Anchor through the left foot. Let the breath slow down. It's hard to do this practice and talk at the same time. I feel like my breath is getting choppy here. It's a strong practice, right? Okay, from here, let's return back into warrior two. Stay. Then inhale, right arm up, left hand down. Both hands to the floor, stepping into plank with the right foot lifted off the floor if you can. Reach your chest forward. Lower halfway or all the way. Both feet down, lift the heart, breathe in. Downward dog, breathe out. Inhale. Exhale completely. Lift up your heels, breathe in. Breathe out, bend the knees, look forward, step or hop. Flatten the back, inhale. Fold over legs, exhale, bend the knees. Reach your arms by the head and come all the way up, extending the legs, arcing the spine. Arms by the body, mountain. One more standing pose, balancing pose. If you need to come to a wall for balance, you can do that. It's a hip opener. Bend your right knee. Point it out, figure four with the legs, hands touch. Bend the standing leg, send your hips back. Keep your waist long as you gaze ahead on the floor. You go as low as you like to get a nice opening for your right hip while strengthening your ankle. A wall could be helpful here, or a bench or a table. If balancing is an issue, you can place a finger on something, 2 fingers on something. Our last standing pose. Taming that fire, which is strong, but it's contained. We can then return to an upright position and lower that foot down. Last side, bend the left knee, figure 4 with the legs, pointing the knee out. Starting from a stable foundational pose, and then build on that. Send your hips back. Keep opening your chest. So as your hips go back, your chest goes forward. That's fine. Just don't close the chest. Gaze ahead. Let the breath calm down. Relax the mouth, the eyes. Beautiful. Last one. Last cycle of breath. And we'll come up slowly, slowly, slowly. Lower the foot, reground. We're done hard work, just so you know. Circle the arms, reach up, breathe in. Fold over your legs, breathe out. Look ahead as you inhale. Bend your knees and sit on the floor however you like. We're coming to the floor to lie down together. Extend your legs forward. Have room to lie down. Point your feet with the big toes closed. Reach your arms forward, shoulder height, palms face each other, fire thumbs pointing up. And then contract the belly, round your back, and come down slowly using your core strength, your core power to control the descent. Keep the inner spiral in your legs as you slowly come down. Once your head is on the floor, hugging your knees. Back muscles relax. The breath will now slow down as we start to unwind. And I'd like for you to visualize something that you would like to materialize in your life. Make it clear in your mind. It could be small, it could be big, doesn't matter. Just a little something you want to manifest. We're going to create a bridge symbolically to take us from where we are into where we want to be. Bring your feet to the floor, hip distance apart, parallel to each other. Lower your arms by the body. Take a deep breath into your belly, expansion. Contract the lower abdominals as you exhale all the air out. And in the contraction, lift your hips up. Walk your shoulders close together, turning your palms up or interlacing your fingers. And now imagine you're squeezing a yoga block between your thighs. Move your knees a little more towards the front of the mat, your hips, pubic bone towards the sky, and your chest towards your chin. Keep the neck long. Squeeze the imaginary block between your thighs again. Feel the power of your legs. The inner legs are part of our core. So engaging the inner legs, tone in the low belly, lift the pubic bone up high. Relax your face. And visualize yourself already having manifested what you want. The power to manifest that lies within you, and a healthy third chakra will help you get there. Manifest whatever you want, whatever you truly desire. Take one more breath. Release your hands, separate your shoulders, and lower down your hips, letting the knees touch. You can now open your arms wide, shoulder height, palms facing up. Separate your feet as wide as the mat. Take a breath in center. Exhale, both knees turn right, your head turns left. Center as you breathe in, knees and head up. Exhale, knees left, head right. Back to center, breathe in. Knees right, head left, breathe out. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lift. One more time to the right, we exhale. Inhale, center. And last one, exhale, knees left, head right. Back to center. Bring your feet hip distance apart for a final twist. Slide both of your hips to the right edge of your mat. Bring your knees up into your chest and then over to the left, letting them come down, maybe touching the floor with the left leg. If there's a big gap between your legs, you can slide a blanket or a pillow between your legs. Relax your right shoulder and let the head gently tilt right. We're going to stay here, simply watching the breath on the right side of the rib cage. Ribs expanding with the in-breath, softening back together with the out-breath. Having a strong, healthy fire is important for many reasons. I named a few today, but it's also important to have the ability to calm it down. Now is a time to practice slowing down, just watching the breath. Whenever the mind gets distracted, bring it back to watch your breathing. Finishing the exhalation, bring your knees back up to center. Line up your hips with your shoulders and hug in the knees. Hug in the knees. And then lower your feet back down to practice the other side. Slide the hips to the left edge of the mat, knees up and over to the right. Take your time to settle into the twist, gazing above the left shoulder. Soften the face and observe the movement of the left side of your rib cage as the breath comes and goes in no rush. Space between the eyebrows widens, the forehead becomes even smoother. And keep bringing your attention back into your breath. Being present is foundation for us to do our best, to be in our power, to be clear in the mind. Finishing the exhalation, we'll slowly bring the knees back up, align the hips and the shoulders, and hug in the knees one last time. If you like to prop your head with a pillow or a blanket, you can do that. We'll move into happy baby before Shavasana. So separate the knees wide, lift the soles of the feet up, hold on to the outer edges of the feet. Sacrum heavy. Here we can rock side to side. Breathing out any debris that were left from the detoxification of the body and the mind. Any stagnant energy that has been cleansed, let it go. And when you're ready, you can set up for the final rest, relaxation. Letting your legs rest comfortably on something. Take your time, there's no rush. We've got lots of time. Adjust shoulder blades down the back, palms facing up. Make sure you're warm enough. Put on a blanket if you wish, extra layers, socks, sweaters, perhaps a night pillow to cover your eyes. Notice your body lying, supported and safe. The ground, the earth beneath you is providing all the stability that you need so you can completely let go of any effort now. Notice also the waters in your body, the fluids, water element from the second chakra. And once again, bring your attention to the solar plexus area, visualizing a fire shining brightly just above your navel, below the rib cage. What is a healthy fire for you? How do you connect to the fire element? Just picture a fire, a beautiful fire, fire that purifies, fire that transforms, fire that ignites change, a fire also that relates to action, to taking action based on knowing ourselves, having a healthy sense of self, being confident in who we are, in our unique abilities. You can continue to visualize a fire. And I'll invite you to do a little fire ceremony with me now. You can choose to come along or just stay with your own fire the way it is right now. The fire ceremony will be all a visualization. You will continue lying down and you will visualize a fire in a forest. A beautiful fire, like a fire pit, a fireplace. So it's not out of control. The forest is not on fire. It's just a nice fire that is being used as a ceremonial fire. So you will approach this fire Maybe there's other people around, maybe animals around, all benefiting from the heat, the warmth of this fire. And I'd like for you to join me in a fire dance. We're just going to imagine that we're dancing around a fire, as in a ceremony, a fire ceremony, and you will decide what you are dancing for, what you are celebrating. Maybe there's nothing in particular, maybe you're just celebrating being alive, having this experience, and you're going to dance freely around this fire. Dance like no one is watching. As you dance, your sense of self, your sense of ego gets stronger. You are not worried about what others are thinking. You're dancing to your fullest self-expression, dancing freely around this fire. Dancing perhaps to celebrate all the gifts that you have. Maybe you're very aware of your gifts. Maybe they're still being uncovered. But you trust that you are here for a reason. You have so much to give, to contribute. And after dancing a little bit around the fire, come to rest. Come to rest, either sitting and watching the fire or lying down, receiving its warmth, its protection. Let this fire help purify your mind, clear your vision. And just rest by this fire for a few more breaths. If you have more time that you'd like to spend lying and resting, you can stay lying down. If you need to wrap up the practice at 10 o'clock, begin to move your hands and your feet. Stretch out your body that has been purified by the Hatha Yoga practice, the pranayama, the intentions. Hug in your knees. Rolling over to one side, passing through a fetal position before seating. And we'll meet in an upright seated position, unless you have the time to lie down longer. Eyes can stay closed. Bring attention to the solar plexus area. Join your hands together, honoring the fire element within, Agni. Remember your personal power, personal strength, your uniqueness that is so valued and appreciated in this world. And we'll bow to the uniqueness in each other and also to the light in each other, which unites us all. We'll chant the sound of Om together once. Inhale. Namaste. Thank you, my friends, for being here. Let me take a moment to unmute you